Today I'm going to be talking about texting before calling. And I know for some of you, this might be a little bit controversial. You might not agree with this. And quite frankly, that's okay because the world's changing and we need to change with it. So before we go ahead and get started, if you don't know who I am, Isaiah Colton. I have 18 years of sales and marketing experience, and I have developed a blueprint called the Sales Acceleration Blueprint. And that blueprint is designed to help real estate professionals and loan officers book more appointment, close more deals, and build a scalable business through attracting business instead of always chasing it through old school methods. And I'm excited today to talk to you about this text first approach. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of the background on where this came from. So a lot of people say, Isaiah, you're the, like you're known as like the cold call king. Why are you talking about something different than cold calling? Well, here's the deal. Uh, Cold calling works, but the world is changing, and I am of the conviction that there's better strategies. So for example, when I first got involved in real estate in 14, I would make 100 calls a day like clockwork. I talked to 15 to 20 people, and I'd book 3 appointments a day for my partner. And he'd go out on those appointments. We kept doing the same thing, and we'd knock down 10 transactions a month with that methodology or more. But what we found is people stopped answering the phone. So I want some of your feedback. If you're watching this, comment below if you have found that uh, people are not answering the phone at the same rate as they used to. So I'd like to know your comments. So give me some of your feedback. What are you guys noticing? So for me, we noticed that our call pickup actually has almost been cut in half. And so I started doing some research on this and reading this book called Conversion Code. And it talked about in the book how 90% of people would prefer to communicate starting through text message than by phone. And if you think about it, that's a staggering number, right? And so if we have people that are seeing a spam call come over their phone number, or they see a random phone number they don't recognize, they're not going to pick it up. We have to have other methods to do what I call direct response marketing or one-to-one marketing and prospecting. And so that's where this text message approach comes in. And a lot of us industry influencers are testing this and looking at this and getting and collecting data. But what we found is that you can actually work a whole lot smarter, get more production and less rejection by having a texting first approach. So I would recommend is that you take segments of your database, you come up with a prospecting text message similar to what you would say over the phone, and then you get them to engage. And when they give you a positive response where they're interested and they raise their hand, then you reach out and by phone after that point, and then you start building rapport and you ask the qualifying questions you need to find pain and motivation and set the appointment. And what we're finding is that our agents and inside sales agents are actually being more productive with this approach. And when they do make calls, their pickup rate's even better. So if you want to try a strategy over the next 30 days that can get you less rejection, make you more productive, and I would submit to you if you stay consistent with get consistent with it, get more appointments than just cold calling. As long as these are opted in lists or they're lists in your database, then I would recommend you do a texting first approach. Okay. And I have examples of this. So if you were like, hey, what do I say? I have examples of different text messages that you can use to start a conversation. So you can go to my sales and marketing playbook to do that. I believe that is on what's the page number? 217 of the sales and marketing playbook. If you don't have access to my playbook, the digital copy is free. And you can just go to www.salesandmarketingplaybook.com and you can download it. And I have samples pretty much of every type of lead that you would want to prospect and reach out to, you can do that. So take old segments of your database, take people that you haven't got in touch with, whatever it may be, and start prospecting through text message and watch what happens when you're consistent with it. So this is Isaiah Colton with Isaiah Colton and Company, and this is just one small component of the sales acceleration blueprint, but it is very, very, very effective. And I encourage you to try it today and stay consistent with it over the next 30 days and commit to a certain amount of text message, and your mind will be blown. I'll just leave you with this. I have a student right now going through one of our challenges, doing text messages. They're averaging 1 to 2 identified opportunities a day using this method right now. And I'm excited to see how fast their pipeline builds as they continue to use this method. So with that, Isaiah Colton, and if you want more awesome information like this, then you can just tune in right around 11 o'clock, 11:30. I'm going to go live every day. And also, if you're looking to get access to technology that can help you with text messaging, you can use this company that I use, and that, in full transparency, I am one of the founders, called Ren360. You can go to www.renfreetrial.com to check it out. With that, have an awesome day and start texting.